Well, I'm hosting this year's NBA2K17's myCareer mode. My man over here, he usually doesn't do things like this, but Kobe, I appreciate you coming out.
No, it's my pleasure, man. I'm excited. Looking forward to seeing what kind of careers they're gonna have.
You know what? I'm really glad you said that, because you laid out a pretty perfect foundation, man. The blueprint was pretty flawless.
Thank you, sir.
Work every day till we meet ends. I fit turn it up on the weekends. Boss a close to your real friend. Tell me why you wrong.
7 seconds. Here's a three-pointer. It's over.
I said you're in career mode, the entire career. That's good and bad. Ups and downs, come on, man.
Unbelievable.
So what part of the game are you gonna miss the most? I mean, we saw everything.
Yeah, all of it, honestly. The good, the bad, the wins, the losses. It's a lot like boxing, man. It's really about the opponent within yourself. It's the most important, right? You win that battle, then you win the rest of them.
It's a game within the game. My man. All right. Well, welcome to, what am I doing? I got you right here. Can you do the honors?
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to NBA 2K17's myCareer mode. Enjoy.
See, that was great.
Right?
Yeah.
Good?
I felt it. I mean, I felt like you meant it.
I felt it too.
Okay.
I felt it too. They better have a better career than mine.
What happens if they do?
I'm about to lace these things back up.
You're right back in it.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to.
Yo, Coach Falls, check out my highlight reel. Not bad, right?
I know I didn't teach you that.
Oh, you definitely didn't teach me that. No, I learned that in AAU and summer ball.
Oh, come on. There's no fundamentals. It's all flash and sparkles. And you know what?
Sparkles?
These kids, yeah, sparkles. I'm surprised you didn't have the Globetrotters anthem theme song playing on that thing. You know, these kids, they come to me every year wanting to be you, and I have to start all over again from scratch. Next time you make a highlight video, do me a favor and yourself and put it on there with chest passes and mid-range jump shots.
Okay, look, those moves were just for the highlight reel. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a student of the game.
Yeah, you're a student of me. I'll put the ball in your hands.
Hey, you think if I tell EJ and Kenny that you're my favorite player, they'll think that's funny?
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna put nothing past those guys. They might. And all I gotta do is just make a highlight reel from old VHS copies of my old games to substantiate your claim.
Oh, a whole VHS copy, huh? You might get like, 12 views from that. Like every player on your team might watch that. That's a pretty good number.
I'll get a baker's dozen, because you better watch. Because what you just showed me on that phone, man, you need to make sure that you stay familiar with the fundamentals.
Oh, I'll definitely give it a watch.
You know where you're going yet?
Mike?
You're not gonna tell me?
Not yet.
1 million views, high school All-American. Safe to say the world will be watching you, Mr. President.
Yep.
Can you handle it?
Think so. This is a big decision. What college am I gonna pick?
"24 Seconds" with Jason Richmond.
The #1 high school player in the country has chosen the Yukon Huskies. In a particular clever video he recorded with an American flag draped behind it, in some homage to the president. Apparently. Who knows? Maybe this kid aspires to be the president of basketball. I don't know what kids these days think, but I do think this kid has potential. But it's overcoming the obstacles that make you great. He's off to a great start with his college choice, no doubt. But he has to focus on the game.
Ooh. You ready, boy?
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's get it. All right? Yeah. That's what I like to see. Make sure you're ready for that pass, all right?
All day.
All
All
right.
day.
Press.
All day. What's up, Coach?
You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling that?
Yep. I'm pumped.
You ready to change this program overnight?
Let's do it.
These people are excited to meet the new kingdom here, buddy.
All right.
Now, these fans can be your best friend or your worst enemy, all right? Head coach would never tell you this, but when you get out there tonight, I want you to put on a show. Win this crowd over,
Let's do
okay?
it. You know, my dad used to say, show him what you got. And I got something for him tonight.
Do you hear that? They're playing your song, friend. Let's go.
All right.
Come on.
Go.
Get at it, boys.
Woo!
Rain comes down from the sky, a vision in my eyes. Rise and falter, is it all? I won't apologize. Oh, I've been restless, and now I'm like a storm unexpected. I'm losing all control now. I'm fearless. The moon is calling me. You can run away. I'm a
Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. We just want to thank you all for coming out and supporting us. And we wear these colors with pride. And we don't take for granted the love we get from all of you. And this year, we're really confident. I mean, I'm back, and we have the president on our team. So again, thank you all for coming out and supporting us, and I believe that we'll be the team cutting down those nets in March. Thank you!
Talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Man!
That's how you win a game.
live,
That's
bro.
what I'm talking about. Give me some.
I've never
give
felt that type of energy in an arena, man.
Hey, man, listen, it's like that most games, especially during conference and postseason play.
Yo, man,
Chris.
I'm so juiced. I cannot wait for the first game.
There's only one way to pass the time.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking. Game, you ready to get dusted off? You ready to get dusted off?
I'm gonna dust you off.
Hey.
Yeah, Mom, you know, we don't have a lot of free time, you know what I mean?
No, I hope you at least have time to eat. You're skinny enough as it is, and I don't know where you get it from. Your daddy was as big as a house.
Yeah, I know, but they're feeding us pretty good here. We have these meal plans, too, that are pretty good, but I don't know, I just guess my metabolism is a little faster than his.
Well, that's good. How's the team looking? Are you starting?
Well, Coach hasn't exactly told us yet.
Well, who else is going to start ahead of you? They lost 3 players last year, and the guys they have returning aren't as good as you. I know that. The one boy can't even shoot. Do you need me to talk to the coach?
Yeah, Mom, why don't you give the coach a call? I think he'd really appreciate it.
See, you're playing around. But son, good luck. You know your dad would be happy just to see you in uniform.
Yeah, I know he would.
But not me. I need to see you scoring 30 points with 25 rebounds a game. I need more trophies on my shelf.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
I'll talk to you later, baby. I love you.
Love you too, Mom. Bye.
Moms gives me no love.
Oh, man, she wasn't even talking about you.
Uh-huh. How's she doing anyway, Prez?
Prez, never gonna live that down, huh?
Man, you gotta live up to it. I think that's the point. I mean, how else are you gonna lead us to a title?
Me? Nah, I'm a freshman.
So? Hey, look, I'm trying to win a title before I graduate. So I'm passing you the ball every possession. Just no look down so you can dunk.
Wait. You're not gonna shoot?
If you pass out of a double team, I'll shoot. Just consider me Steve Kerr, you 96 MJ.
96 MJ, all right. I'll see what I can do.
Buckets! Come on, pay up.
Look, man, it was all that talk about MJ. You
I
were
know.
distracting me.
I know.
I was on the
Give
phone
me-
with my
yeah,
mom, man.
Thank you for
That
the
doesn't
Gatorade.
count.
No, I know. It doesn't? You
All right,
gonna
let's
blame
run
your
it back.
mom now?
Run it back.
You're
run
a
it
sore
back. Run it
loser.
back. Best 2 out of 3.
Who puts it on their mom?
I was on the phone. You weren't on the phone?
Oh, okay, all right. We'll go again.
Yeah,
I
let's
done
go
won
again.
3 straight already.
Okay, keep talking.
Welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. We'll see the Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the UConn Huskies.
And just listen to the atmosphere tonight. You have the band raging on, and the student section is trying to stop a hole through the bleachers. What a venue to see two great teams go at it.
And you know the students, Greg, are extra amped up tonight as this is a showdown between two outstanding programs. And, of course, we're all curious and anxious to see what Prez can do on the court as he continues to draw an awful lot of hype for a college player.
So on the floor for Illinois, they've got Fresh. Harper is out there with Campbell. Then there's Free, and it's Roberts in at the center position. Here's Free. They set the screen. Fresh, the pass to Roberts. Here's Free. Kicks to Harper. Clock at 4. He can't get it to go. And the Huskies going the other way now. To the right side. Feeds it to Prez. Trying his luck deep. Rebound by Roberts. On defense, the Huskies. Here's Fresh. Here's Campbell. Drains it from beyond the arc. UConn with the ball. Alabaster kicks to Prez. And so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last. On defense, the Huskies. And the call will be against Prez. That's his first foul. And out of bounds as the Huskies gain possession. Here's Alabaster. Dishes to Prez. Pass to Splitter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one misses. Johnson, he's checked in for Harper. And he sinks the second. Here's Free. Johnson the screen. Passes it to Roberts. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Alabaster the pass to Keefe. Count that one.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Well, I think it's got to serve notice to the defense that it's going to take a much stronger effort than that to contain this guy today. They've got to bring more force if they're going to try to slow him down.
Here's Fresh following the bucket by the Huskies. And it's the Huskies on the break. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Huskies will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Here's what Illinois has got going on now. Morris is checked in for Campbell. Porter comes in for Fresh. And Starks is subbed in for Free. Now here's Prez. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And you know, Prez's ability to capitalize on these and-one chances are why he's so respected in the game of basketball. Superior strength on display there.
Prez no good on the free throw. Illinois trails by 4. Porter dishes to Johnson. Starks outside. He feeds it to Roberts. That shot is off. And the Huskies going the other way now. Wong, he's in at small forward. And it's Keefe in at the shooting guard position. No one near Prez as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. And for the Fighting Illini, we've got Johnson. Starks is out there with Porter. And it's Roberts in at center.
Boy, that's some gritty work on the offensive glass, guys.
The dish to Prez. Out to the right wing. He kicks it to Splitter. Pulls up on the elbow. Drained for 2 points.
And that's what we've come to expect from Prez, a team-first player who is really good at distributing the ball.
Illinois trails by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Porter kicks to Starks. 1:56 left in the first half of the game. Now the pass to Roberts. Just 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Day kicks to Sims. Here is Day. Right wing. Keefe passes to Wall. Pass to Splitter. The feed to Day. To the wing on the left. UConn moving that ball around. The Huskies need to get off a shot here. Keefe. That 3 off the mark.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now, here is Starks. Back to Porter. 55 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. A nice shot by Roberts.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Day kicks to Sims. To the paint. The 11-footer. And UConn again with the bucket.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Now, here is Starks. Porter against Keefe. And that's out of bounds. Illinois will retain possession. And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And, you know, this one has been a tight game all the way. Some runs made from both sides, but neither team has been able to hold a big lead for any lengthy period of time.
And I think we'll see things come to a head here in the second half. The teams that came out a little nervous early on, but guys like Prez will start looking to score more often, and this game will be decided by the stars on each side.
Wong in at small forward. Keefe is out there with Alabaster, and it's Splitter in at the 5 spot. So on the floor for Illinois, we've got Free. Campbell is out there with Harper. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Fresh, guarded by Keefe. Kicks to Harper. Here's Campbell. Here's Free. Back to Harper. A second chance effort. Huskies with the rebound. Splitter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Out to the right wing. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella. And one of the biggest names coming into college sports this year is Prez. What he can do out there on the wing in one-on-one situations is just jaw-dropping.
It really is, Greg, because he's so versatile and so good at attacking defenders one-on-one. He can take you off the bounce. He's got the nice pull-up game. He can back you in if necessary. He's just got a nice portfolio of scoring options.
Now here is Martin. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Splitter misses.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Fresh, the pass to Harper. And that's out of bounds. Illinois will retain possession. Illinois trails by 5. Wong, he's in at 3. Alabaster is out there with Martin, and it's Splitter in at the 5. Pass to Fresh. Back to Barton on the wing. Johnson. He dishes it to Thomas. That shot missing, and the Huskies going the other way now. Alabaster kicks to Posey. Prez dishes to Splitter. Long passes to Splitter. Feeds it to Martin. There's a screen. Back to Splitter. Shot clock at 6. Illinois grabs the miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Shot to stop the drought. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Prez kicks to Martin. And it's good, 2 points. And UConn leads by 7.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Thomas against Splitter. Takes the 13-footer. Thomas with another miss. The Huskies leading by 7. Alabaster kicks to Martin. To the wing right side. Prez, no good. Here's Illinois. And they're pushing it up. Shoots the 3. Passes it to Campbell. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Posey dishes to Alabaster. He feeds it to Martin. To the right side. Posey passes to Wong. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's a 10-point Husky lead.
And this is what happens when you don't crowd Prez. Give him just a little daylight from the perimeter, and he makes it look easy.
Outside Thomas. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second half. Again, Thomas missing. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Splitter sets a screen for Alabaster. And Posey kicks to Alabaster. Here's Splitter. Excellent D from Thomas. Here's Illinois.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
Now here's Alabaster. And so it's UConn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Played like crap last night, man. If I make this, we go home. If I miss it, 100 more.
There we go. It was just nerves,
One
bro.
more round.
Either way, I'm here with you. Let's get this out the way. Let's go home. Let's go home. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Everyone, a pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. We've got the UConn Huskies and Arizona.
And there's nothing better than college hoops, if you ask me. Where else can you hear the roar of the student section in a tightly packed building like this one? Always great to feel the energy of the campus.
And, you know, Greg, this is where it all begins for a lot of these players. The experiences they'll have, the teaching they'll receive in the game of basketball. I don't think there's any substitute for going through a college season and dealing with the adversity, the highs and lows, and learning how to play basketball at this high level. These kids certainly will be the stars of tomorrow.
On the floor for UConn, Wong in at the 3. Alabaster is out there with Keefe, and it's Splitter in at the 5, home in the paint. Lawson with it. Dishes it to Mitchell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Well, I tell you, that really sets a bad tone, especially this early. I mean, I'd rather see him commit a hard foul than give him an easy 2 like that. Show that you're willing to protect the basket. Make him earn it at least.
UConn with the ball. Arizona getting their last shot to go. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wong, he gets that one.
Even when contested, Prez buries these interior shots. He's got a high motor, and he's got a lot of confidence in his ability to score. Tell you what, it's not easy being tagged the top high school prospect, as Prez was early on for his class. But you have to give him credit for taking the honor in stride and keeping his feet on the ground while his head was in the sky.
Yeah, and I think what keeps Prez grounded about being that top recruit is that he knows it means nothing if he doesn't continue to grow and perform at the next level. A lot of players will think they've made it when they get that accolade, but Prez knows it's just the beginning.
Here is Cunningham following the basket by Prez. Lawson outside. Here's the screen. Feeds to Cunningham. Here's Mitchell. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here is Martin. Down low. And there's Prez on the assist by Martin.
Go, keep the head in it.
6 points for Prez.
And I think a lot of us expected Prez to put on a show in this one, but I don't think many saw this coming. What a dominating first half it has been for the budding star.
Well, it's games like this that have fueled the hype machine around Prez. I mean, the numbers tell some of the story, but when you see it for yourself, what he's doing out there, I mean, you see how special this player is.
Mitchell's shot is good. UConn with the ball. They've got Mitchell, and it's Lawson in at the 1. UConn moving that ball around. Martin kicks to Prez. Passes to Splitter. Here is Keefe. Lewis covering. Here's Wong. And UConn again with the bucket.
Amazing shooting from Prez. A gutsy player who has no fear pulling up right away.
And for the Huskies, Wong. He's in at 3. Keefe is out there with Alabaster, and it's Martin in at the 4. And Arizona decides to take their first time out here. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And, you know, this one has been a tight game all the way. Some runs made from both sides, but neither team has been able to hold a big lead for any lengthy period of time.
And I think we'll see things come to a head here in the second half. The teams that came out a little nervous early on, but guys like Prez will start looking to score more often, and this game will be decided by the stars on each side.
We've got Cunningham, and it's Mitchell in at the 4 spot. And for the Huskies, Wong in at small forward. Alabaster is out there with Keefe, and it's Splitter in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Mitchell. 6 points for him.
A lot of times you'll see a star player out of high school come in and only look to score when they get the ball. Prez is different in that regard. He knows the value of strong team play and is always willing to put the team first.
And Greg, we've seen a number of players that say they have a team first mentality, but the old saying is true. Actions speak louder than words. From what I understand about Prez, he'll demand a lot of his teammates, and as far as mental focus, he won't let them slide at all.
And Arizona making a change here. Roberts checked in. And it's tied up with that one.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here is Lawson. He dishes it to Cunningham. Here's Roberts. Arizona with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to Keefe. The feed to Prez. Swiped it away. Cunningham inside. Guarded by Keefe. Alabaster with the steal. The dish to Prez. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Lawson outside. He kicks it to Cunningham. They set the screen. Pass to Mitchell. All alone. And he nails the jumper. Mitchell's got 8.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Pulls up on the wing. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Keith. He feeds it to Splitter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the free throw, no good. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back and doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Ewing is out there with Williams. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Landry in at the shooting guard. Arizona moving the ball around. Now Goodwin. Back to Ewing. That one good for 2.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
UConn trails by 3. Jennings kicks to Prez. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And one reason why Prez jumped to the top of the prospect list is because he had a great coach during high school. Coach Washington Falls gave him incredibly sound fundamentals, and it's allowed Prez to have a strong base with how he plays.
And not only did Coach Falls help him with his foundation as a player, but he also provided tremendous insight and advice into the world of basketball and the world that's around us in basketball. So I think Prez owes an awful lot to Coach Falls for the player he's become.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Huskies making a switch here. Alabaster's checked in. Pierce hits 2. Here's Lawson. Kicks it to Cunningham. The pass to Lewis. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. There's 1:54 left here in the second half of the game. Now here's Prez. Defense is right there. Keith, and he lays it straight in. And UConn leads by 3.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Watson the pass to Mitchell. To the left side wing. Fires from 14. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pierce dishes to Prez. Back to Pierce. There's the pick. Feeds it to Splitter. Over to the left wing. On the double team to the paint. Here's Alabaster. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
Lawson kicks to Mitchell. And Splitter pulls it down. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Arizona calls time here. They're down by 5. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Martin's checked in for Pierce. And here's Lawson. Here's Mitchell. Arizona with another miss. And so they foul intentionally.
Excellent game we've seen from Prez. He's got 13 points and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
And when you talk about Prez, one thing that I think you need to keep in mind is that he epitomizes what it means to be a student athlete. I mean, never takes shortcuts in the classroom and is a very dedicated student off the court. Love to see that.
Yeah, and just talking to Prez for a few minutes, and you'll see how seriously he takes his academics, not just for himself, but for everyone in his life. And the fact he values that education speaks also, I believe, to his character.
Lawson kicks to Mitchell. Takes the turnaround J. That one misses. Good work defensively by Martin. Long passes to Alabaster. Dishes it to Martin. And so it's UConn with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports.
"24 Seconds" with Jason Richmond.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to relay this message to you with a heavy heart, but we may have to impeach the president. He's really struggling out there. He's shown flashes of the potential that made him the #1 player in the country, but the college game is a different beast. Guys are a little smarter, a little faster. The defenses can gang up on you, and you can't just jump over them. Who knows? Maybe we should have started at like governor or mayor, but I don't want to be too hasty because he was coached by former college standout Washington Falls. So I think he can turn this thing around, and I hope so. If not for me, for our country.